first day what we discussed.
Okay.
Then we'll go with the next topics. So
Pie chart.
the main topics we'll just see what we discussed on last day. We just did this print hello world, straightforward thing. Print has to be uh, method which should be used for printing. And then variables. Variable is nothing but a memory location of data we store in the RAM. And variable name can contain only alphabets, numbers, and underscore. Underscore is the only special character which is allowed. And name can only start with either alphabet or underscore. Name cannot start with number. And we have different data types: string, which is given in double quotes like this, and then we have integer, which is a number, then float with the decimal points, then we have seen boolean, then none type, which is just none. We have also seen the complex type. Then we have seen data type conversions. We use the int method to convert into integer. Similarly, float to convert into float, string method to string, and boolean to boolean. And how do we know which data type a variable is? We use the type method to check. Then how do we seek input from the user when you are executing a program? For that, we use the input method. Inside the input, whatever text we are keeping, that will be displayed to the user when we are seeking for the input. And we can use ID method to see the address of the any variable. Um, I think that's a all we discussed on high level on last day. And then let's continue with the next topics for today. So today we will be discussing about the string methods, and then string formatting. Then we will see what different operators we have, and if time permits, we will also see the control flow. String methods. Okay, we have seen, right? Okay, before that, we have defined a string in double quotes, right? Last time, string
Correct.
can, sorry,
Yes. Yeah, yeah, right, Saman.
yeah,
Sorry.
string can also be defined using single quote. Single quote, double quote, both are same. This is also string. We can also define string using triple quotes. That is also allowed. All three are same. The triple quotes will help when if we want to assign any multi-line string also like this. So how we did this commenting, right? The same way we can assign any string also. All three are same. And we'll come to know why single quotes and double quotes will be useful. Okay. Now we have seen, right? What we have seen. Let's say the same name. We'll ask user to enter. Okay. Before that, is the view is okay? The whatever I'm displaying now. There are different views actually. I can change it to this mode, and I can also change it to presentation mode. Let me know which one looking good for you guys.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. So now let's ask user only to enter the name. Okay. So we'll say enter name. Then I'm just printing. Okay. Um, hello. Then name. Save. I'm just entering name. We see. Okay. Hello, Sharad. If you see right anywhere in any website, sir, there will be a certain standard how they display, certain text. It will be always like a capital letter in the beginning, even in the names also, right? Here, if you see, we cannot control what user is entering. User is entering maybe everything in small letter, everything in capital, or he can even do the mixed case, right? We don't have control. He can enter in any way, right? And you see, displaying this way doesn't look good, right? There should be certain way to standardize the text. That is where the string methods will help us. Now we have name there, right? So let's to save some time. I'll not take input every time from user. Just put some string here. Okay. Suppose we have this. If you want, I can change everything to uppercase using upper string method. For the variable name, I need to keep a dot, then the method I should use. This way, the text will be converted to full uppercase. You see here now, completely uppercase. Whatever string for which we are applying this method will be converted to upper. Similarly, we have lower, right? You save and execute, you see both completely upper and completely lower. First one is like that. We have title, which means ev- every word first letter will be in uppercase. In the books we will see title, right? So every word first letter will be converted to uppercase. That is the title. Here you see only A, first A and second A. There is one more, capitalize. Capitalize will convert only first word. First word, first letter will be converted. See only here first letter converted. And remember, when we are applying these methods to the string, right, the actual string will not change. It will remain same. It won't change. Just that when we are applying that method, the output from this method will change. If you want, we can change that, change the actual variable, assigning back again, or we can print like this. Basically, the actual value will not change. You see, I printed the same again, right? That won't change. Only from the method, whatever is coming out will be changing. We can assign, let's say, I am changing it to name one, and let's say I am taking this name title. Now, whatever new value coming from the title method, we are assigning to name one. Now, if you see, the name will have that changed name, which is Abdul Kalam. Similarly, let's say in the real case, right, we will be seeing many spaces in a text. Okay, trailing or leading, right, like this. And during processing, we don't want these spaces and we need to strip them, right? For that, there is a method called strip. If you see, though we have spaces there, everything is removed here and here. Similarly, we have R strip, which means only right side, that is leading spaces, it will remove. Similarly, L strip, that means only leading will be removed. Then, okay, let me show this output first. Yeah, you see here.
Sir, sorry,
Yeah,
before going to deep, I have a question on this PyCharm.
yeah,
I don't know, when I'm trying to run from PyCharm, it is asking select the interpreter.
yeah,
Do
we
I
have
need
to
to install?
select. Yeah, we have to select.
Because when I select, I don't see anything in the drop down.
We'll see
I
after
don't.
the class. Like, I'll
Maybe.
ask you to share the screen and then we'll solve that.
Yeah, okay, okay, maybe. I'll try on the IDE then. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So if you see here, right, this last but one print, only right side spaces are removed. That's why you see still left side spaces. For the last one, left side spaces are removed, but right side one still there. That, that is what L, S, and R strip. And we can also replace certain values from a string. Name dot let's say you want to replace. Okay, I want to replace all the spaces with whatever I want. Let's say I am replacing with dot. You see now all the spaces whatever are there replaced with the dots. Again, the original variable value will not change. Only it will return that new value which we can either print or we can assign to new variable. String is all the data types whatever we have seen so far, right? String, they are called immutable. Immutable means you cannot change that. That word we will hear again in the data structures. Then we can also check whether the string contains all the uppercase letters or not. Our case, it's not containing all uppercase, right? So it should actually return false. You see here. And if you convert that to upper, then check whether it is completely upper or not. Obviously, it should return true because we are converting everything to upper, then checking whether everything is upper or not. Similarly, we can check whether everything is lower or not. This also returns the false because it's not completely lower. Then we can also check is digit. That means whether my string is completely numbers or it has anything else. It is false. Now let's take something which we define only numbers in the form of string and then check this. Now you see it's a true. You remember, right? Yesterday we were checking that example where user is entering non-number and how we will control that, right? And then we wrote some other code. What was the code? Sorry. Yeah, we wrote this code yesterday. Remember, right? While true, try. So we can actually use that is digit method that will tell whether the whatever user is entered is complete number or not, though it's coming in a string format. I didn't remember this method yesterday. I mean, last class I couldn't use that. So when I was revisiting, right, then I understood. Okay, there is this method which can be used.
So even if we pass a if the string has number, it's still recognized as a number.
Exactly. See, whatever we did using that other code, right? They must be doing similar kind of check inside this method, is digit method. Python itself is giving that method. We can just make use
So
of it.
what? Yeah, what if we give 123A?
That is what we checked here, no? Name. Okay, let me change this to here and then check. It will give false because it's not a digit completely, right?
Proper. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
This will actually help us to check whether our string is only value, I mean, only the digits or numbers. Is number is
How
also
about the
there.
float? Also, it will take a digit,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. We have
Like,
that
does it
also.
have? Okay.
Is number is not there, but I think is number is not there. That's okay. Is digit is there. See, again, right? I am now taking out so many methods. And how do I remember all these methods? No programmer will
Yeah.
be able to remember all these things. Even I was not, I mean, I didn't remember in the last class this method, right? Only then when I was just going through what are methods we had, then I realized, okay, this was there, but I didn't check. But there is a way to get all these methods. Editors, right? Whatever editors we are using, like PyCharm, VS Code, they will give you all these suggestions. See, as soon as I'm keeping a dot, right? You see all the methods are coming here. Is digit strip lower upper counter, whatever the methods are available, it will display everything. You see. Now let's not consider this underscore ones. Remaining you can consider. All these methods are available. Yeah, you are asking float, right? There is no float, but there is a decimal. Is decimal. Let's test this also. Okay, I'm keeping as 4 5. My system is hanging up. Yeah. I don't know why it's giving as false. No, it's giving as false. Anything else is there? Is lower, is alpha, is ASCII, is numeric, is space, title, upper. I
Numeric is there.
numeric, it's just a number. Yeah, use numeric. I was checking is number, right? I think is numeric is the right one. Yeah, yeah, correct. Use numeric is digit is same, but float, I don't think it is there.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But for some reasons, the drop down list is not coming for me. Maybe later we can check it.
Huh.
You can see is decimal, right?
What is it? Decimal. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. That we tried. No, it didn't work. It is still giving us false. That's okay. I'll check on this and I'll check. I will maybe explain next class.
Okay.
Then there is one more way how you can get also all the methods. Okay. There is this special method called dir. Okay, it's a directory. If you give variable, okay, I want all the methods of this age. Okay, Python will be able to recognize what is the data type of this or data structure of this and give us all the corresponding methods available. Yeah, you see, this is a big list. The same thing what ID was giving, right? The same big method is alpha, is ASCII, is decimal. This way also you can get all the available methods, right? And if you want further details, right, you can use the help method. Help, but for the help we have to tell whether we are requesting help for the string, integer, what. Here it is a string, right? What we are looking for. If you keep str, you remember that str method, int method we used. So same word that str int float. If you use that, then Python will list a very good documentation of everything. See, for every method, whatever we have seen, we have seen R strip, right? Written a copy of string with trailing white space removed. It will give you very good documentation. In fact, I used this method in the beginning days when I was learning to understand, okay, what the method does. This will be really helpful. Sorry. And this is how we can get all the existing methods. dir or help or id also will give. And as I said, no developer will remember. As we work, we just remember them. That's all. Okay, next. If you want to find certain characters in the string, right? So for some reason my system is slow. Okay, find. I want to find character A, right?
Uh, sorry, Sadat. I missed in between the TBD you written. Are you looking for what
Um,
is?
it is not able to recognize this decimal as a decimal value, right? Or a float value.
Okay, okay.
Actually, I have to put. Okay, this is for myself.
10.434.
Yeah. So here we are finding a letter A in the variable name. It will return first index value. Okay. Now we are hearing the word index, right? So indexing starts with 0 in any programming languages, right? So if you are counting anything, right? Here we have name, right? Abdul Kalam from here. So every character you are counting, that's an index. It is starting at 0. Okay. 0, 1, 2. So first A is coming at index 2. That is what our find is going to get us. You see, 2 is any programming world indexing starts with 0, and here as we have seen first character is space, second character is also space, then third one is A, which is index 2. That is what we got here. Similarly, we have R find, which is to find the index from right side. It will start searching from the right side. from right side it is 11. If you check here, right? I think this one. Yeah, that's the first one from the right side. Then we can also count. Like I want to count how many times A is coming in name. For that also we have a method called count. It will tell you how many times we have A in our name. It is 3 times that we have seen. There are other methods also as we have seen, right? And these are some important ones. The strip is something we use a lot in real time. Replace, is upper, is lower, we use a lot. Yeah, and remaining methods you can explore because there are plenty actually, not just as we have seen directory, right? They are self-explanatory. Any other doubts on string methods before we get into string formatting? Okay, so now let's start with string formatting. So as I was telling, right, that we have to display text in websites or any other blocks. There should be certain format always followed, right? Suppose same I'm seeking. Okay, let's take the same example again. Maybe user is entering something like this and he's entering spaces, something like this. And how we want to print in a proper format, like let's say hi column comma, okay, something, some text, let's say hope you had good day, okay, then dot see you. Again we, let's say we want to keep the name. This is like some certain format we want to print, or not only print. If you are writing it to a file, writing it to a database, you always want to maintain certain proper format how you are writing, right? And here Abdul Kalam is a name which is dynamic. Whatever user is entering, we have to keep that here, right? So if you have to print this dynamically, right, what we have to do is first hi, that is one, then put a comma, then here what we have to do, we have to give the name, then comma, remaining text we can give as it is for now, okay? If you print this, no, sorry, here also it is there, no, comma, again variable, because this is also dynamic one. And if we execute this, you see how it is coming. However user is entering, right, it is coming in the same way. So now what we can do, using our string methods dot, let's say I want to convert it to title, that is only like every word first letter I want to change. Now you see the names are coming properly. But imagine you have to use multiple variables in the format like this, right? And this comma will always give you a space by default between each and everything. uh, for example, let's take first name, okay, just keeping this. Okay, now when you are entering the name, right, so if you enter first name comma then last name dot title, and you don't want to insert a space in between, let's assume, but you want to put a hyphen, that's our requirement. If you enter the space by default will come. You cannot avoid that because we are using comma here. This comma is there, right? Because of the comma. That is why there are some different ways of formatting it properly and easily. First one is using the placeholder method. Placeholder is okay. Let's take same thing here. Keep here. Now, wherever the variable you want to use, if it is a string, use percentage s. S represents the string. That means I am keeping a placeholder here that a string will come and replace this value. Same thing here, percentage s. And how we will fill those values? We have to use the same percentage sign and we have to pass the variable. Which variable we are going to use here, right? Um, let's get the name back. So I am using name. Here, this percentage s is a placeholder will be replaced by name. Okay, and how many placeholders we are keeping here? Two, right? So it will expect two variables to replace those two placeholders. Though we are using name, we have to keep it two times. Let's execute and see how it works. Now you see we got the same thing with this method percentage s. This is the very old way of doing it, but we should be aware of it because there may be some codes you may come across that they are using this format. But this is very old way and I don't see anyone using this way now. Similarly, percentage s we have used for string, right? Percentage d is for integer, percentage f is for the float. So let's define age 23, weight 34.56, right? Hi, good day, and I'll just keep age, your age, right? D. Then just telling weight percentage f. So here now I have to give three placeholders: name, age, then weight. So if we just execute this, yeah, you see now, hi Abdul Kalam, age 23, weight. So here, though we gave 34.56, Python has giving the default number of decimals, which is 6. So we can actually control how many decimals we want, even how many characters you want in the string, how many numbers you want in this integer, and how many decimals here. How we can do? You just have to use uh, number. Let's say I want to keep this placeholder of 20 character length. Though I'm entering 10, 15, whatever, it will take the 20 characters and fill remaining as spaces. Similarly, let's say I am filling this as 3. And here I want to keep only 3 decimals. That means dot 3. You see now here, it has actually taken 20 characters. Then here it has taken 3, one more space added. Here it is limited to only 3 decimals. And how this will be useful, right? Let's say you are writing a file which contains the report where you have so many names. Not every name will have same length, right? Suppose I have name 1. Okay, let me keep my name very small one and I'm passing name 1 here. Let's execute. You see now both are having exactly same length. The format is looking very good, right? And if you don't use that, let me remove 20 and from both and show you how it will look. Now you see how bad they are now. That's where this placeholders with fixed length will help us to have a proper alignment between all the records. That's on the first way of doing it. Any doubts here? Let's go to the second one. This is dot format method. Same thing, same we have, right? Let's take this. That is what we want to print, right? Again, wherever we are passing a dynamic value, here also we have to keep the placeholder, that is two curly braces, open and close. Again, wherever dynamic value is coming, okay. Now let's change this as age. I want to pass age. Once you put the placeholders, we have to use dot format. That is why this is called dot format method. Now, in the placeholders, what you want to pass? First is name, second is age. Save, submit. You see, we got the same thing again. Abdul Kalam age. The same thing what we were saying here. And how Python is able to replace them here. Name here and age here. It's by the order. First variable at first holder, placeholder, second variable at second placeholder. And how it does in the behind scene using the indexes. The placeholders also use this concept of index. So plus first placeholder index is 0. Second placeholder index is 1. Similarly, whatever variables we are passing, first variable is going to index 0, second variable is going to index 1, right? Now you see behind the scene name is at 0. So it will go to 0th placeholder. Age is at first one placeholder, so it will go to first placeholder. That's how Python does behind the scene. And we can make use of these indexes ourselves also. If I put 0 here, 1 here, I am telling Python, okay, whatever value you are getting at index 0, place here. Whatever value you are getting at index 1, place here. So if we execute, you see, we got the same result. And how this indexing will help us, right? We have seen somewhere here, right? Where we passed name two times, right? We were using name two times. So we had to pass name also two times, right? Assume I'm using the name again here, one more placeholder. Okay. So in the old way, you have to pass name, comma, age because there are three placeholders. So it will expect three variables here. But if you go by this format, right, you can mention wherever you want to use the zero index like this, and you don't need to duplicate that. So I'm passing name at index 0, you use index 0 value. At how many ever places you want, you can use. Same age I want to use it, index 1. Execute. You see, index 0 we passed Abdul Kalam, so it came. Again we use index 0, so it came. Then at the end, we use index 1. And these indexes you can use in any way. It need not to be, should start from 0 and then go to 1. No. You can give any number here. You can give 2 here. Now it is expecting one more, right? Let's say I'm just giving weight for now. So weight will go to index 2. Age will go to index 1. And your name goes to 1. You see, weight came to plus placeholder this, that is 34.56, then 1. See, we didn't use 0. You see that? So we are not using 0. It is not displaying name at all. It is just displaying whatever we are using. You can play a lot using the indexes. And sometimes, right, let's say if you have some 7 8 10 parameters to pass, and you are maintaining the index 0 to index 9, right? all the numbers, which is really confusing sometimes, right? That is where they have come up with key value format. What does it mean is, okay, let's take this. So here we are keeping 0 and this here we are keeping 1, right? So now instead of 0, you can keep any key. Okay, this is a key I'm using for this string formatting. Okay, it need not to be same name, you can give any name. So I'm giving just n for now. Okay, here I'm giving a. In this string formatting, n is a key, a is a key. We have to now pass a value for this n and this a, that we can pass using assignment operator what we were using before. So for key n you take name, for key a you take age. We are telling Python with the key value concept. This will also does the same thing. You see, this is the real world way of using, because indexing is confusing, right? Which one you pass and suddenly someone comes and change this order also is a problem. That is why you keep a key here. What is the value of this? It doesn't matter if you keep a in the beginning n in the end, it doesn't matter at all, because we are mapping with the key value. You see, still we got the same result.
So
And
in real time scenario, we use key values. Huh?
yeah, we
So we
don't
are
go
not
by
using this.
indexes because it is confusing, right? You see, you coded this code, okay, well and good. And tomorrow I come, okay, I thought some new variable is coming. Let's say address I want to add here, and your indexes will change, right? The order.
Yeah, I think the key value is easy one.
So if somebody is coming here, he will come just AD and he will put new value. That's all. He will use that wherever he want. My existing code is not disturbed.
Yeah.
This
So here
myself,
the BLR is a constant value, is it?
sorry, Sriram.
Static. AD is not like A or N, right?
No, this is a new key. We can
Yeah,
use
new
here.
key,
Yeah.
but age stores some value and name stores some value.
Yeah, ID also storing somewhere.
No, here I am directly giving the string, right? I'm not giving.
Exactly, that's what
We can
yeah.
pass like that also.
So
Ultimately,
here,
some data has to go, whether it is stored in a variable or we are directly giving the value. Ultimately, it all point to the
Mhm.
actual data, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's how we can do this. Okay, and this also, if I just keep
So,
a, yes, yeah.
on top of that, one example you have explained about the format, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like to for a look and feel. So, how we should implement in this key value
Okay, the
way?
fixed length, right?
Yes, yes.
I was coming then. Same, I think it's the same concept.
Okay.
20 inside the bracket, I think 20n. I think it should be 5. It's giving no corresponding argument. This, it is there. I'm not able to recollect the syntax exactly. Um,
also A equal to input also works, right?
A equal to input in the sense
Format of A equal to,
you are
can we
you
write in?
you hi chained is always allowed in Python. Okay, so what happens? Okay, enter your age, right? So in this, right, Python will check what is the first thing it has to get. First, this it has to get this one, right? It will first ask the user. Whatever user is entering here, that will be replaced here. Let me execute. Okay, enter your age. I'm entering 34. You see, 34 has come here.
Yeah.
The chaining is always there. Whether you are doing it separately, you are doing everything in a single line, it's up to you. But in real time world, people will not do this because of code understandability. People always try to maintain code easy to maintain, easy to understand. Yeah. So Sriram, your question, right? There is a way. Um, Let me
It's
Google it.
okay, bro. I'll Google it. No issues.
If you just, I mean, Google it, you will find, but I'll also try.
Yeah, no issues.
Actually, I prepared for the last one. What is that? F-string format. This is actually more used in real time now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Here, okay, I'll see that. I'll come back to that later. Okay, dot format. Let me just check. Dot format, Python, fixed width. Okay, okay. Percentage. Let me see if that works. Percentage 20. No, even that also doesn't work. It seems. It would be other way around. Yes, this is the way. Okay. So now here, this one I'm keeping and equal to name and expected string. Is an expected string. Let's see what happens. Sign not allowed in string format. Specifier. Okay, let's not waste time. I'll come back that later. Okay. It will be simple one which I'm not able to figure out at the moment. Okay. The third one is F string. This is most important, which we are using in real time more nowadays. So again, let's take the same thing. It is easier also compared to other, right? F string is a lot easier. The reason why I'm telling all the methods, right? If you look at any existing code, they might have written in any of the way. So we need to understand the existing code as well. But when we are writing, we can go with F string. Okay. So here also same thing. Wherever you see a dynamic value, the same placeholder, right? What we have seen before, curly braces. Here also, let's see, I'm changing it to age, curly braces. Here, as it says F string, we have to keep F before the double quotes. As soon as I kept F, you see the color has changed, right? Instead of dot format and u pass, right? A variable inside dot format. Here you have to mention there itself. That is the beauty of this F string. You don't need to do anything extra. Wherever dynamic value, you just wrap around using curly braces and put a F in the beginning. That's all. See, same thing we got. Did it execute?
Can I ask a silly question? Why do we have this many?
Okay. First one came in old versions. Let's say somewhere 3.1 version, 3.2 version, right? Then, as I was telling you, right, you have to use the same variable multiple places. Then you have to pass at multiple places, right? Same thing repeatedly. They want to fix that. Then they introduce a new thing. In the new method, again, they found some use case where they want to improve that. That's how all programming languages work. They keep improving things. Yeah, if you are having same thing, right? How, I mean, they will make money with the new versions. Imagine our iPhones or wherever is there. If they're not giving you new version, we will not be what you call more interested in their product also, right? Everyone want to sell their product with new features. That's how they do that with the programs also. Introduce new feature. Okay, this is easy now. Use this. And if you think of developers, right? If one developer comes and he use the new thing, then others will feel like, oh, hey, this guy knows many things. He's using new things, right? They want to sell, and we also want to showcase ourselves. So that's how it's work in the real world.
Okay, so the latest code build will have the last one, but we can find old references from old code only then.
Huh. You can still use the old also. Let's say today I'm writing a code. Okay. Somehow I want to use dot format. I will use that and write my code. The other guy will come, he has to understand what I have written, right? If he is
Oh.
enhancing my code.
Hmm.
See, basically, any development or production support project from the scratch, we develop very less from the scratch. We mostly take referencing codes, or you take some module and you improve the module. That kind of work only will be more. So understanding existing code is very important.
Mhm. Okay.
Now I'm thinking, why did I get weight there? When I printed, we got, okay, it failed somewhere. Okay, let me comment that. So you saw the error, right? Okay, let me uncomment, execute again. So I was actually checking, I gave name, right, Abdul Kalam, but why 34.56 coming, right?
Mm.
And this statement is not from this line. That is what I realized. How? There is a failure, as I mentioned, right? Interpreter. It goes line by line and start executing. It executed everything till this line. It failed here, which means my last line was not executed. It executed till here. That is what we see the last output. 34, right? That's why it's showing that error. See, actually, Jupyter Notebook will be very easy for me also to explain, but you will not get that feeling because I run somewhere in Jupyter Notebook and you'll have to practice in PyCharm. Yeah, you see now we got name and this, and that pixel length we were checking, right? For
So,
the
so many companies uses the Python, right?
yes, 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 correct.
For the company. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Okay, then better to be hands-on in this.
That is why I don't want to go to Jupyter. See, Jupyter is mostly for data science work. So this is how we can actually put the pixel length. This is the string. That is why we kept s there. Then we are keeping 10 d. Let's say we have weight, right? In the weight, um, weight, we can actually keep how many before decimal, how many after decimal. So I want to keep 5 numbers before decimal, 3 numbers after decimal. You see, this is fixed length of 20 characters. Then here it is 10 characters, and here uh, before decimal, I don't think it's working. Okay, only after decimal, three decimals we are getting, but before decimal, I think we are not getting. This also I'll cross check once. That's about string formatting. I don't think I'll be able to cover much on operators, but just for 5 minutes, I'll just go through and see how much we'll cover, right? So operators, we have these kind of 7 categories like arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical, membership operators. Then last two are not that important, but we should be aware, which is identical operator and bitwise operator, right? So in the arithmetic operators, it's all our mathematics, what we have been, doing from childhood, right? Plus, minus, into, division. So modulus is something, right? It will give you the reminder. So when we divide here, right, number 17 by 4, it will give 1 as a reminder, right? 4 into 4, 16, 17 minus 16 is 1. That is what we get here in the modulus. Exponential is nothing but to the power of. We do, right? 2 to the power of 4. So if you use that, that is means to the power of. Then floor division is, right? What's the difference between division and floor division, right? When you divide 17 by 4, it gives that 4 point something, right? Maybe 4.25, the exact value with the decimal. Floor division is just a number, what we have done in our childhoods, right? We just divide that, whatever that number comes, that will come in the floor division, and the remainder comes here. So we can quickly see everything with this example. We have 17 and 4. I'm just doing everything. You see, first is addition 21, then minus is same, then into is same, and then you see 4.25 with this single slash. It will give you with the decimal the complete value. Then the percentage is the remainder. What remainder you get when you divide 17 by 4. Then double slashes, that is floor division, where we get only integer value. And then double star, right? That is to the power of number 2, that is 4, right? 4 to the power of 3, which is 64. Pretty straightforward, just that some symbols are we need to understand, and this floor division and division differences. Then we have assignment operators. We have seen equal to already, right? That is to assign any value. How we assign? We have this special assignment operators. When you give plus then equal to, right? Example is this x plus equal to. Behind the scene, it will work as this x equal to x plus 3. Same way, minus equal to the, which means when you are telling x minus equal to 3, which means x equal to x minus 3. Same way, multiplication x equal to x into 3. Instead of repeating this x twice, they are having this special assignment parameters. Same way with all other also. When you see some code, somebody is doing x plus equal to 3, that means they are adding 3 to this variable. Somebody is doing subtraction, they are doing subtracting this number from this value. Multiplication this to this value to the same variable. Now we can see with these examples quickly. Num1 plus equal to num2, right? If I print num1, we get the same thing. Let's try two more. Division, then we'll also try multiplication. You can write, okay, where is this? 7 2, right? So here what happened? It actually did added num2 to num1. Num1 was 7, so 7 plus 2, 9 we got here. Then 9 divided by how much? 2. That is what happened here, right? Because here we got number 1 as 9. So we are doing as, how we are doing here, num1 equal to num1 divided by num2. This is what it does in the behind scene. So here we have 9, here 2. That is why we got 4.5. The same way here, what it does, num1 equal to num1 into num2. You can write this way also code. There is no harm. You can write this way also. But some people write this way also. So here num1 was 4.5, right? So 4.5 into 2, it became 9. So similarly others also. Remainder, floor division, exponential, everything. Yeah, I think we can close for today. I'll just go through some assignments what I have prepared. Yeah. Any doubts before I go to assignment?
No from me.
Okay. Yeah. First, get the input from user. and print them as per below example. Okay, you seek first name, last name, birthplace from the user, then we need to print in this format where we will have to use our string methods and string formatting both. Using both, we should achieve this kind of output, right? Then get two numbers from user, like number one, number two. Then you print their sum, division, floor division, remainder, and multiplication. Okay. Then you can also try this user to enter a number. Okay, like this. Then you multiply with 5, then add 20, then square that. Yeah, these three you can try for today with string methods and string formatting and the arithmetic operators. Okay.
Okay.
And
If possible,
Okay.
can you whole
sorry.
page, whatever you're typing just now, the whole, can you please
Yeah,
share that with us?
actually, yeah, I was thinking. So what I'm
Mhm.
planning, right? I'll
Mhm.
prepare a GitHub repository and
Ah,
I'll
yeah.
give the link where you will find every class notes there. You don't need to every day to check WhatsApp or somewhere. And the same place you will find every day notebook.
Okay, great. Okay, where you said something.
Yeah,
No,
that
no.
that will be
So
really
the
good.
the GitHub URL. So
Mhm.
can we open it with Python charm, right? Any possible?
No, you have to download the file then open.
Okay, then
Otherwise,
every
what
time
you
we need
can do,
to
right? You
sync it.
can clone the repo, then you can open. Cloning repo is not nothing but again downloading only.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah,
It auto refresh.
yeah. Auto refresh. That's right. Yeah,
So I should be much like we should start working. Then we'll be familiar with this
yeah. Actually, I want
PyCharm.
to start Git before only during the course so that you will get habitual to that. How you commit, how you push the code, pull
Mm-hmm.
the code. It will really help. Maybe after 2 3 classes, I'll explain about Git. Then we will start using that.
Yeah,
What do you
maybe
think?
in the one weekend.
Yeah. That we can try. Yeah. Thanks everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. See
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.